Have you noticed something strange happening in the world of car design lately? Take a look at the 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe. Got it? Now, check out the 2024 Toyota LC250 Land Cruiser. Pretty similar, right? Let's throw in a third one, the Kia EV9. You see the trend? Boxy designs, straight edges, and sharp corners. It's like we're stepping back in time. But why are boxy cars suddenly all the rage again? Is it because we just like the look of a box? Or is there something more practical behind the return of these sharp, angular shapes? Let's dive into it. I promise, by the end of this video, you'll understand why boxy cars are making a big comeback. Number 1, the rise and fall of boxy cars. To understand the trend today, we need to take a quick trip down memory lane. Let's go back to the 1980s, a time when car design was a lot, boxier. If you look at the DMC DeLorean, the Lamborghini Countach, or the Audi Quattro, you'll see cars with straight lines, sharp angles, and more rectangles than a geometry class. And guess what? These cars were cool. Not just cool, iconic. In the 1980s, car design wasn't just about aerodynamics, it was about practicality. Bigger cars meant more space inside, more room for people, more room for stuff. And that's when the boxy design became synonymous with space and utility. Fast forward just a few years to the early 1990s, and things changed dramatically. The focus shifted away from practicality and space to efficiency and aerodynamics. Car manufacturers realized that curvy designs were not just sleek, they improved fuel efficiency. So the boxy design started to disappear, replaced by the smooth, teardrop-like shapes we saw throughout the 90s and early 2000s. Number 2, why boxy cars are back in 2024. So, why are we seeing so many boxy cars return today? Simple. Times are changing again. People want something different, something nostalgic. But let's break it down a little further. First off, let's talk about nostalgia. Nostalgia is a powerful thing. It's the reason why so many people are drawn to things from the past, whether it's retro video games, old school music, or now, 80s car designs. There's a sense of comfort in familiarity, and manufacturers have caught on. Boxy cars remind us of simpler times, and that feeling of nostalgia is a strong pull for buyers. Now let's consider practicality. With people spending more time in their cars, whether it's commuting, road trips, or just running errands, space has become more of a priority. People want SUVs, not just for their size, but because they're useful. Whether it's extra cargo room, better visibility, or simply more interior space, boxy cars check all those boxes. But here's the thing. Today's boxy cars aren't the same as the ones we saw in the 80s. Manufacturers are blending that nostalgic charm with modern tech and design, giving us the best of both worlds. Let's take a look at some of the vehicles leading this charge. Number 3. The modern boxy cars. First up, we've got the 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe. This is an SUV that clearly embraces the boxy aesthetic. It's got that angular front, sharp corners, and it's all about maximizing interior space. The new design is a breath of fresh air compared to some of the other SUVs out there that are still trying to look too sleek. Hyundai is clearly banking on people's desire for both practicality and nostalgia, and it's working. Next, let's talk about the Toyota LC250 Land Cruiser, one of the most legendary off-road vehicles out there. It's boxy as hell, but that's part of its appeal. The Land Cruiser has been around for decades, and while the design may have been tweaked over time, it still maintains that iconic boxy structure. It's built for ruggedness, durability, and space, making it a perfect fit for those who want an SUV that's both functional and timeless. And of course, we can't forget the Kia EV9. This electric vehicle is clearly embracing the boxy look, and it's doing so for a good reason. The EV9 is designed to be spacious, tech-forward, and practical, which is exactly what people are looking for in an electric vehicle these days. The boxy design allows for larger battery packs and more cargo space, making it perfect for families or road trippers. Number 4, the practical benefits of boxy design. So, what are the practical benefits of boxy designs? Well, they're not just about looking cool. Boxy cars have some serious advantages when it comes to interior space and cargo capacity. When a car is boxy, there's less wasted space. Think about it. Straight lines and flat surfaces mean that every inch of the car is being put to good use. For example, the Hyundai Santa Fe offers ample passenger room and big cargo space, something you just don't get with more aerodynamic designs. It's also a lot easier to pack things into a boxy SUV than into a curvier one. Want to throw a couple of bikes, camping gear, or a suitcase in the back? The boxier design makes it way easier. But it's not just about the space. Visibility plays a huge role as well. Boxy cars tend to have larger windows that provide better sightlines for drivers. This is especially helpful for people who need to navigate crowded streets, park in tight spaces, or just want to have a clearer view of the road. Number 5, the safety factor. Boxy designs aren't just more practical, they're also safer. One of the reasons for this is that boxy cars tend to have a more rigid frame and better impact resistance. Larger windows and more upright shapes help with visibility, which is crucial when you're driving, especially in heavy traffic. Did you know that in 2024, there were over 18,000 car fatalities in the US alone? While that number is down 3.2% from the previous year, it's still a massive issue. Many safety experts argue that one of the reasons for the decline in fatalities is better car design, and the boxy cars of today are no exception. Boxy cars have larger windows with less slant, meaning you can see more of your surroundings, which reduces the chances of accidents. Better visibility means fewer blind spots and safer driving, especially in urban areas where pedestrian traffic is high. Number 6, some of the best boxy cars you can buy right now. So, what are the best boxy cars you can buy right now? Let's dive into some of the top choices that are currently on the market. Toyota LC250 Land Cruiser, a true classic. It's boxy, it's reliable, and it can go anywhere. Plus, it's built to last. If you want a car that screams adventure, the LC250 is the way to go. Mercedes-Benz 190e Evo 2. The 190e Evo 2 is a boxy legend. It's got the performance, the iconic looks, and is a true standout. Sure, it's not cheap, but for car enthusiasts, it's worth every penny. Land Rover Defender, another iconic boxy vehicle. The Defender has been around for decades, and despite its modernization, it's still got that tough, boxy look. It's perfect for anyone who wants something that's as practical as it is cool. Volvo 850R, a quirky and underrated gem. The 850R is boxy, reliable, and a blast to drive. It may not get the same love as some other classics, but it's a fantastic choice for those who want a practical yet stylish boxy car. Number 7, the appeal of the boxy aesthetic. Now, let's talk about the sheer appeal of the boxy design itself. It's more than just about function, it's also about style. There's something about a boxy car that gives off a certain confidence. It doesn't try too hard to be sleek or aerodynamic. Instead, it embraces its angular lines and hard edges with pride. Boxy cars are often iconic. When you see a Land Rover Defender on the road, you don't need to second guess what it is. It's instantly recognizable, and that's part of the charm. It makes a statement. It says, "I'm tough, I'm ready for anything, and I don't care about trends." And honestly, that kind of boldness is appealing to a lot of people today. Let's face it, design trends come and go, but the boxy design has stood the test of time. Whether it's the classic Jeep Wrangler, the rugged Toyota FJ Cruiser, or the unforgettable Volvo 240, boxy cars have a way of sticking around. And that's because they embody a certain purposeful simplicity that many people find refreshing in today's world of ever-changing, complicated car designs. Number 8, boxiness and the rise of electric vehicles. Now let's talk about something really interesting. The rise of electric vehicles, EVs, and how boxy designs are making a big splash in this segment too. When you think about electric vehicles, you might immediately picture smooth, futuristic designs, something akin to the Tesla Model S or the Lucid Air. And while that's true for many electric sedans, we're seeing a growing number of boxy electric SUVs popping up. Case in point, the Kia EV9. The Kia EV9 is a prime example of a modern boxy electric SUV that offers futuristic technology without sacrificing the utilitarian charm of boxy lines. This is no longer just about fuel efficiency or practicality. In the EV world, aerodynamics still plays a huge role in maximizing range. However, with advances in battery technology and motor efficiency, car designers are free to experiment more with shape and style. And what better way to combine both than with a boxy design that maximizes interior space and gives off that rugged, adventure-ready vibe. EVs like the Rivian R1T, an electric truck with a somewhat boxy, squared-off design, are helping shape the future of off-roading and adventure vehicles. The rise of EVs has given car manufacturers more room to think outside the box, pun intended, and experiment with these angular, practical designs once again. So there you have it. Boxy cars are back, and they're here to stay. Whether it's for nostalgia, practicality, or safety, there's no denying that these angular beauties are making a serious comeback in the world of car design. What do you think? Are you a fan of the return of boxy cars? Or do you prefer the sleek designs of the past? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.